But the Lord took me from tending the flock, and he said to me, go, prophesy to my people Israel. Amos 7 verse 15. Hearing the voice of God. We have another man of God here. God is speaking to him. Key number one, we need to know about the voice of God. When God speaks, number one, he said to me, go, prophesy to my people. Key number one, this one we have been able to see it is prominent. Every time you hear the voice of God, it carries the energy of God, the energy of action. You can't hear God speak and you remain dormant. You remain inactive. There is no way. Because God opening his mouth to speak, he is demanding a certain action to be undertaken. So every time you should hear God is speaking to you, you should look into yourself and ask, then what does he want me to do? Because the voice of God carries the order, go, the authority, go, commissioning power. Number two is prophesy. Prophesy. The voice of God is the one that defines your calling. And prophesy. You hear another one is go and tell. Another one, go and teach. The voice of God, if you hear God right now, by the time you are contemplating or you are absorbing the weight that came with that voice, you will notice you have been able to identify what is your definite, exact calling. Many people are called, but they do not know what they are called or what the type of calling they have. And he says, to my people Israel, the voice of God identifies your audience. The Bible does not say to the people of Israel. It has said to my people Israel. That is God who is giving Amos clarified audience. If he is an Israelite but not mine, don't prophesy. If he is an Israel, don't prophesy. And one of the major mistakes we make, even when we are ministering, is thinking you have been sent to everyone. So you find yourself exercising or using your resources in terms of supernatural energies to an audience that is not in your spiritual register. And that's what we say, serving amiss. So you are serving without reward, because God did not send you. It's like God is sending you to the sheep, but you are serving goats. So the reward of God is in the department of the sheep, and you are sweating, working very diligently with the goats. So God will keep on releasing your payments, but they will always go through the portal of the sheep. So you will find yourself, you are serving, not receiving. You are not serving, but not, you are serving, but not receiving. That's what called serving God amiss. To my people Israel. So you are a definite. So if somebody comes but does not bear the code of my people Israel, you don't waste your resources on that person. Resources here in terms of wisdom, ideas, spiritual strength, because that will be an investment into futurity. Even God himself will not gain from that. It's like God is sending you, but you do not know he sent you to who. And then the devil brings you 10,000 people, and amongst them, none of them is of the spiritual audience identified by God for you. Just imagine, they will drain you of your energy and they will deplete you. Once they know you are depleted, they leave you. They were not yours. But those who are yours, the more you invest in them, the more you experience renewal, reinforcement, and impartation, because you are feeding the right sheep. So there will be supply of the resources that is sufficient for the sheep. Can you go back a little bit there? If you go to verse 14, Amos answered as Amaziah, I was neither a prophet nor a prophet's son, but I was a shepherd and also took care of sycamore fig trees. But the rod took me from tending the flock. When the voice of God speaks to you, that voice separates you or consecrates you for divine purposes. Amos was a farmer, and I believe a successful farmer. It's today like the way many people are a career men and women. So he was doing something by his own hands. And this is what many people who are anti-Christ mindset confuse when we say we are a servant of God. They think we are lazy. Let me tell you, serving God, especially serving God in truth and spirit, is not something you can pick from a supermarket, that you go to a school and you learn how to serve God. Some of us, we didn't have any interest of serving God in any way. Actually, we were very away from God. We never wanted. Like me, I never. Because I had seen what other servants of God had gone through. And then God spoke. And I ran away like Jonah. He sent prophets and prophets and prophets, and they were telling me, you will never succeed until you serve God. Until eventually, I was worn out and I came to the end of competing with God. The voice of God will take you from the natural life to supernatural life. The voice of God will take you from sweat to grace. The voice of God takes you from tending the flock. Do you remember? The Lord took David from tending the flock to state house. That transition is enabled by the voice of God. The moment you hear the voice of God, there is a natural dimension of life will become expired, and a new dimension of the supernatural for life will be introduced. The voice of God consecrates and separates you for a divine purpose or reason. So how did Amos position himself in hearing the word of God? If you go to Amos 1 verse 1, the words of Amos, one of the shepherds of Tekoa, what he saw concerning Israel. So he was one of the shepherds. If you want to hear the voice of God, make sure you are a shepherd in nature. Shepherd in nature. So make sure you are a person of humility and submission to God, a person of reverence and the fear of God, a person of contriteness and brokenness of the Spirit. That's what it means to be a shepherd.